Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to introduce the Attorney General, and there goes the teleprompter.
Jim Justice, and I'm from West Virginia, and I absolutely believe with all my soul we've got the greatest people in the world in West Virginia. I want to talk to you about an incredible man. I want to tell you the truth about him and his family. He's tough. He's super smart. He's a business guy. Now, with all that being said, I know that a lot of you want to meet my little buddy. So if Baby Dog could come on out here. You didn't really expect that, did you? As the world watches. Now, I want you to listen to this and pay really close attention. Baby Dog says he's a business guy. He's tough. He's super smart. He's tough. He's super smart. He's a business guy. He loves America. Baby Dog says,
and up next, Tucker Carlson. And there he is. Let's listen.
So fun! Thank you! Thank you! I've been to see you. I have never been to a more fun convention or a convention with better vibes. Better vibes. They literally let Navarro out of prison.
They're indoctrinating them with poisonous attitudes on race and gender.
Everything was different after that moment. Everything. Everything. This convention is different. Everything. The nation is different. The world is different. Everything. Donald Trump is different. When he stood up, this was no longer a man. He was no longer just a political party's nominee or a former president or the funniest person I've ever met in my life. Does anybody care? No. And it's too much, actually. It's too insulting. It's too insulting. I think it changed. And you hate to say it, but it is also true, is a fact. That's called democracy. Beaten in the face with democracy. And another word for this is democracy. Actual democracy is the proposition that the citizens of a country own that country. They're not slaves, they are the owners. They have to do what the people want them to do. Actually. And I'm starting to think, hello? Susie, it's Donald Trump. It's coming through, I can hear it. Susie, it's Donald Trump. Something bigger's going on here. I think even people who don't believe in God are beginning to think, well, maybe there's something to this. Unequivocally and conclusively, God is among us right now.
There's love in the room. There's great love in the room.
There's a lot of love. And we are seeing that love. I don't think it's human love. This was no longer a man. How did this happen? I think it was divine intervention. But I will say this, let me just sum it up. It's a very clear statement, or a close approximation thereof. And I'll just stop with this. I'm not always convinced that I'm on the right side. I've been on the wrong side many times.
Let me tell you something, brother. You know something? When I came here tonight, there was so much energy in this room. I felt maybe I was in Madison Square Garden getting ready to win another world title. Or maybe I thought maybe I was going to press that no-good sticky giant over my head and slam him through the mat, brother. All the real Americans are going to be nicknamed Trumpites. Body slam giants, one real American at a time, brother. You better get ready. Enough was enough, and I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother.
And 8 Republicans. One who's not coming back.
What night are you speaking?
And then
Are you speaking tonight?
No, the other part you have is one person who raised the issue.
Hey, you're not. If you took that stage, you would get booed off of it. You would get booed off the stage.
We have.
Thank you so much, Mr. McCarthy.
Johnson, and I'm a business owner of 81 companies around the world. I'm going to ask you one simple question. Did Trump keep our borders safe? Yes. One of my companies is a mortgage company. Trump. President Trump is the toughest president since Teddy Roosevelt. I think that stinks. But for him, America is always first. When I brought quality to the auto industry, it was pivotal in saving the auto industry. And when Trump brings quality to Washington, he will save America. He has the heart of a lion, the brain of a genius, and he's done it before. President Trump is ready to save our country, to make America great again. Are you with me? Yes, yes, yes. Trump, ready. Let's do it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Wow. Let me begin this evening by expressing my gratitude. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I like you too. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What a talent. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kid Rock, sometimes referred to as Bob. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. And a very special thank you to the extraordinary people of Milwaukee and the great state of... Oh, there they are. There they are. They're going to have a good time. But I'm not. And how about the Hulkster? How good was he? Is he up? Where is he? Was he? Is he up? Boy, oh boy. When he used to lift a 350-pound man over his shoulders and then bench press him 2 rows into the audience, I say they were in very dangerous territory. He is one strong son of a gun, I will tell you. I watched it many times. He's a beautiful man. You were fantastic. Thank you very much. Eric, what was that all about? Boy, I didn't want to really come up here. Oh, gee, that wasn't great. Don last night was incredible.
Left-wing activists are pretending to be educators, teaching our kids that there are 57 genders.
He said, I want to be a part of it. I also want to thank my entire family for being here. Baron. We love our Baron. I think he's making so much money, he doesn't know what the hell to do with it. You want to know? And by the way, the news reports, look at all of those big networks. Very big news, as you probably just read. I will tell you exactly what happened. It was a warm, beautiful day in the early evening, very far away. I won't tell you where, but very, very far away. Beautiful place. Music was loudly playing. I went to the stage and the crowd was cheering wildly. Everybody was happy. I began speaking very strongly, powerfully, and happily, because I was discussing they use COVID to cheat. We're never going to let it happen again. The China virus. Has anyone seen Silence of the Lambs? Has anyone seen it? Only going to use the term once. The late, great Hannibal Lecter. He'd love to have you for dinner. I'm not going to use the name anymore, just one time. You'll never hear it from me a second time because it's actually too painful to tell. You remember this gentleman that I don't want to mention other than one time I had to, because when you say the 10 worst, I had to do it. I didn't want anybody to be confused. Hannibal Lecter. It's unthinkable. I started to, like this, turn to my right and was ready to begin pointing at him. Pointing at him. Wow, what was that? And pounced on top of me. Just absolutely blood all over the place. He'd love to have you for dinner. They saw the blood. They saw the blood. Well, the bloodiest part, if something happens with the ears, they bleed more than any other part of the body for whatever reason. Why is there so much blood? Blood pouring everywhere, and yet, in a certain way, I felt very safe. I felt that. I felt serene. I felt that. It's a great feeling. I felt that. I was a little embarrassed. And to the right was a large screen that was displaying a chart of border crossings. The numbers were absolutely amazing. 800 billion, 250 billion, hundreds of billions, billions and billions, 6.3 million, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, 1 million, thousands and thousands, thousands and thousands, 250 million, 28,000, 36 trillion, trillions of thousands and thousands, 50 billion, hundreds of thousands, millions, thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands, 93, 85 billion, 9 billion, thousands and thousands. It's a massive invasion at our southern border that has spread misery, crime, poverty, disease, just simply crushing our people. These weapons are obliteration. Complete obliteration. We're dealing with very tough, very fierce people. They're fierce people. These rough people, they're rough, rough, rough. And by the way, you know who's taking the jobs that are created? Approximately 100 to 200% of those jobs are taken by illegal aliens. Flooded with illegal aliens. And you know who's being hurt the most by illegal millions of people pouring into our country? They are coming in from every corner of the earth, not just from South America, but from Africa, Asia, the Middle East. It is an invasion indeed. The black population and the Hispanic population, because they're taking the jobs from the black population and the Hispanic population. Black population, our Hispanic population, and they're taking the jobs from our black population. Can you believe what they're doing? They come and do that. They plunder our nation. I said, I'm going to take a little of that money because this is an invasion. The worst that's ever been seen anywhere in the world. I call it an invasion. They're coming from prisons. They're coming from jails. They're coming from mental institutions. They're taking their criminals and they're putting them into our country that's killing hundreds of thousands of people a year. How could you possibly do that? I will end the illegal immigration crisis by closing our border and finishing the wall, most of which I've already built, but not in this case. It's very unusual. When we built, most of the wall is already built. The whole thing just boom, boom, boom. Okay. Beating people. We beat them in all weapons. We beat them young or old, man or woman, Democrat, Republican, or independent, black or white, we beat them Asian or Hispanic. What's better than that? We have to stop the invasion. We beat them. You see fists flying, you see everything flying, catch them, and release them into Mexico. They put them in a paddy wagon. The entire world is pouring into our horrible killing field. Hello. In El Salvador, murders are down by 70%. Why are they down? Nobody can believe it. You can't believe what happened 4 years ago is happening now in reverse. Every disaster we are now enduring will be fixed, and it will be fixed very, very quickly. We're the greatest doctors in the world, the greatest laboratories in the world. We will soon be on the verge of finding the cures to cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and many other diseases. The labs have been trying to get that approved for 52 years. We'll end lots of different things. The doctors didn't want to have it approved, so I got somebody that needs it. Well, instead of going to Asia, it sounds simple, but it's someplace. Or we're going to get to the cure for cancer, Alzheimer's, and so many other things. We're so close to doing something great. We're saving thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. It's incredible. And you saw a few of them up there on my lap before. And thousands of. In the history of the world, we had never done anything like it. But this man said, we're going to find a cure to cancer. Nothing happened. Most of the audience doesn't like it, but it's true. We're going to make it. We did so much. We did so much. The creation of Space Force. We did so much. We are indeed a nation in decline, especially since that is not true. In fact, we will drill, baby, drill. We will drill, baby, drill, baby, baby, drill. Can you believe what they're doing? But by doing that, we will lead a large-scale decline in prices. Prices will start to come down. Energy raised it. They took our energy policies and destroyed them. Then they immediately went back to them, but by that time, so much was lost. You know, people don't realize, but we will do it at levels that nobody's ever seen before. We'll end lots of different things. We'll start paying off debt and start lowering taxes even further. Paying too much, we're going to reduce your taxes still further. We'll do it more. Third world countries would fight with sticks and stones. We have an inflation crisis. I will end the devastating inflation crisis. This guy sort of knows what he's doing. I told China and other countries we had an economy the likes of which no nation had ever seen. China, we were beating them at levels that were incredible. Iran was broke. Iran had no money. They were broke. Well, whether you like them or not, Iran was broke dealing with Trump. We were beating every country, including China, by leaps and bounds. Nobody had seen anything like it. We had never done anything like it. Years ago, under my presidency, we had the most secure border and best economy in the history of our country, in the history of the world. We had the greatest economy in the history of the world. And they know it. Then they say, oh, that's right. It's very tough to fight it. We'll do it again, but we'll do it even better. I will end every single international crisis. The horrible war with Russia and Ukraine, which would have never happened if I was president, and the war caused by the attack on Israel, which would have never happened if I was president. Meaningless agendas. And force the middle class into a state of depression and despair. That's what it is. It's despair and depression, and we will soon be a great nation again. We're going to be a great nation again. I don't have wars. I had no wars other than ISIS, which I defeated. I could stop wars with a telephone call. I could stop wars with just a telephone call. Less than 4 years ago, we were a great nation, and the world was at peace. No one will ever stop the opportunity to make an absolute fortune. Well, I think that's about it. So I better finish strong. Otherwise, we'll blow it. And we can't let that happen. Quite simply put, give us your vote. I am trying to buy your vote. I'll be honest about that. You must give it to us. If you don't give it to us, there will be repercussions. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.